Day 2 here at Lake Okeechobee, the second stop of the 2025 Bassmaster Elite Series season. Champion power equipment, Bassmaster Elite. What a day we experienced on day 1. Tommy, you got us 6 20-pound bags. I thought it was going to be 5, and one more snuck in at the end of the weigh-in yesterday with Dave Mercer, and top 6 all with 20 pounds. Such, and overall the weights were a little bit better. I will say I probably underestimated the cut weight, but it did get around that heavy 11, just under 12 range that it has been every time we've came here.
Got some stats to throw at you, Ronnie. 93 limits, 498 fish, 1,261 pounds. Average fish was 2.9. The top is very top heavy with those 3 anglers from the one spot. Those 3 anglers had about 80 pounds. That's about 6% of the total weight from 3 guys. The top 10 had about 17% of the weight on the day.
You count in Doobie, the 4 on that spot, Such, have over 100 pounds. Tim Doobie hanging around there in the top 10 and with 18 pounds, 3 ounces. Almost adding 2 20-pound bags with Cooper Gallant and Paul Mueller. That would have been well over what we guessed. But there's our top 10. Greg DePalma, 29 pounds, 12 ounces, followed up by Will Davis Jr., 26.2, Brandon Polnick, 23.7, Trey McKinney, 21 even. We were right on the mark with his weight all day, Tommy. Stetson Blaylock, 20 pounds, 12 ounces, and Cody Meyer, 20 pounds, 3 ounces. Those 6 at the top, we'll be riding with them all day long. Tim Doobie asked me, Such, do I have a camera? And I said, no, you don't have a camera with you, but you have a camera near you, so we will see you all day long. So a little bit of bonus action there. But the current conditions at Lake Okeechobee, it feels great. The weather should be great today, but you can't see real great right now. It is foggy, and they are in a delay currently, losing some precious time. Some of those anglers who are in a later flight are thanking their lucky stars. They do have a little bit longer today because overall everyone's fishing day is going to be a little shorter than expected.
Well, it's amazing that one spot produced so much weight, Ronnie Moore. I got a theory on what happened. We only saw Greg DePalma put a 8.11 on Bass Track. It ended up being an 8.10 tying Brandon Coffer, big fish of the day, Phoenix Most big bass of the day. But Brandon Polnick was there, Will Davis, and we're going to hear, and Brandon Polnick, we're going to hear from Stetson Blaylock. He had a 20-pound bag.
Yeah, we got to talk to a couple anglers this morning while they waited for the fog delay and what it could do to their day.
Well, it's almost 7:10 and we're still sitting here. I didn't see this coming. It was a little foggy on the way, but just little patches. But the issue is we're taking out the Kissimmee River right here, and there's a lot of crappie fishermen, recreational fishermen, and I know that plays into the reasons why we can't go. Maybe foggy in the lake right there. I'm not real sure, but the wind's blowing. It's not supposed to blow much, but the flags are moving, so hopefully it'll blow this out of here soon and we can go. I don't think we'll be here long because the sun's going to burn it off as soon as it breaks over the horizon, so hopefully we'll be going shortly.
I've been saying this whole week that I just had this terrible practice, and I found literally just one 100-yard stretch where I feel like it has the right fish in it, and really it's like one key spot, and there's 4 of us fishing it. And yesterday we really saw the potential of it, but we all worked together so well and just came up with this game plan that we all had terrible practices. None of us knew that it was as good as what it was, and it's kind of just maximizing what that will give us, right?
Yeah, so my day yesterday was honestly, the days that we all strive to have, dream for. It was just incredible. Every move I made yesterday was like the perfect move. I'm not really moving too much as I speak. I'm kind of spot locked on one spot. Sharing water with 3 other boats. Actually, it's me in first, Will Davis in second, and Polnick in third, and Tim Doobie is in 10th, I think. So it's definitely getting pressured big time. But, for what it's worth, we're going to go out there today and just give it all we can and hope for the best.
Well, there's a couple of our leaders today and a couple guys who, Such, they saw each other all day yesterday. They're going to see each other all day today. They're going to hang out at the diner later probably. They're just adding a couple roommates to the deal. But it was very interesting and cool to hear how well they worked together yesterday. The only problem is, Such, it's day 2, the field is flipped, and you never know who's going to try to show up there because as of the last few years, that area has become more known and what maybe people call a new community hole. So we will see about that. But hey, yesterday our cameras weren't too bad. We got to see a couple great catches, a couple great finishers overall, and our highest guy who took the lead early and was one of our 620-pound bags. He'll be on camera once again. Trey McKinney, 21
he had a little
pounds
bit
even
more than
yesterday.
21 pounds. We thought he was a little bit higher. He was pretty close on his bass track.
Yeah, well, and it took him a while to get there. I think that the coal later in the day wasn't as big, and he was still a little low, and so we'll give him a pound of inaccuracy. That's only 3 ounces per fish.
But our rookie of the year, after having a bad start at St. John's, coming back strong in event number 2 in his sophomore season.
Yeah, if you missed yesterday's coverage, Trey McKinney fishing in a back-end canal by himself, able to catch basically consistent 4-pounders, maybe a 5 or so in this initial spot. Went to the lake Such and called out one of his fish later in the day, and he still got, for the guys we saw in the lake all day, Trey still went there and got 3 or 4, solid bites. Whether they got in the boat or not, he still got bites, and so that's got to be something that
he's in good shape. Yesterday, he was the last angler to leave the dock. Today, he's the first, so he said he's going to head to this spot and see what it holds today.
No, he said he's going to head to a spot.
Okay, a spot.
Well, we will see if it's the spot or
I thought he meant this spot.
Yes. I asked him about that. I said, hey, how do you balance the lake versus your canal or other things? And he said, I was the last boat out. There's plenty of community holes that I would like to have stopped on that I didn't decide to do because I knew there's no way I was going to be by myself there. So we'll see what happens today, but could be quite interesting. We've got live coverage coming up in less than 10 minutes, and one of our guys that we'll see, Bassmaster first-year newcomer Cody Meyer, longtime professional from the West Coast, now lives in Idaho. I guess that's still West Coast-ish. Stetson Blaylock, after a tough St. Johns River, a place that he normally does very well. Good to see him with almost 21 pounds yesterday.
Got a 6'10".
In our top 6.
Had a big fish.
Trey McKinney, overall solid fish size. Real consistent fish weights. You can see that 5+ pounder in his left hand, right side of the screen. And then here's the trio that'll be on Bassmaster Live all day together. Brandon Polinick sitting there at 23 pounds and change. Will Davis up the ante even more, 26 pounds and change.
7-3 in his hand there.
He only got to hold the lead for one angler at weigh-in, Such, because this guy came right behind him with 29-12.
29-12.
Almost a dirty 30 for Greg DePalma, GDP.
8-10 there, 8-10 there.
I'll cut him slack. We normally only hold up all 5 Such when they break 30 pounds, but we'll give him,
close enough.
Some
4
slack,
ounces away. Come on.
Absolutely. 29-12 set the tone. A big-time day 1 weight for him and a big-time lead as well.
And again, all from the same spot with Tim Doobie in there as well.
Absolutely. We're going to take a couple minutes away while we wait for the fog to dissipate. And you know what? We won't wait for long.
Let's go!
We'll jump on and do day 2 coverage with Tommy Sanders, Peter Miller in studio here for the Champion Power Equipment Bassmaster Elite at Lake Okeechobee. 8 a.m. Check us out on Bassmaster.com. More content on YouTube as well and Roku. We'll see you there.
Oh, yeah. It ain't over till it's over, baby. Come on. Oh, my gosh. There she is. Ah! Yes, sir! Woo! Yeah! Oh my gosh! Yeah! Let's go! Got her.